Paramount announces trading places in Scrooged on 4K for the holiday season. Arrow Video unveils their new November slate, including Barbarella on 4K. Godzilla 1998 gets a 4K Steelbook re-release from Sony. The Muppets Take Manhattan get a 4K announcement from Sony as well. The Meg 2 gets a 4K and Blu-ray release date. And The Mandalorian and Marvel TV shows pre-order price points are revealed, but are you going to have to sell your kidney to get one? Find out in this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today, guys, we are here for the Physical Media Report, episode 175. That's right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And just like every Monday for like the past 4 or 5 Mondays, we have got so much to talk about today, it's not even funny. This is the golden age of physical media. This is the busiest time of the year to talk about all these announcements. The rest of 2023 is taking shape, and we've got a long line of announcements to cover today. We've got a rumor to talk about. We've got tons of deals going on. We got so much coming out this week, it's not even funny. But before we get into it, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Most importantly, I do these updates every single Monday. If you want to be in the know in the world of physical media, definitely be sure to hit that subscribe button. I also do unboxings and reviews, and I've got tons of stuff coming for the rest of the week, so make sure you got those bell notifications on as well. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the rumors, guys. We have got Paul Thomas Anderson's Punch Drunk Love being rumored to come out in 4K at some point in the very near future. Don't know if it's going to be before the end of 2023, maybe an early 2024 title, but this is on the Bluray.com forums, and apparently somebody got Paul Thomas Anderson's approval on the restoration, and this is supposed to be coming soon. Now, is this going to be coming out from Sony, or is this going to be coming out from Criterion? I would say probably Criterion, because they put out the Blu-ray, I believe, fairly recently. Wasn't that like a 2017, 2018 Blu-ray? So I would imagine that Criterion still has the rights to this. I think it's going to be a Criterion 4K, possibly coming in December, but again, it could be coming in January as well. So yeah, I like this movie okay. It's not my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson movie. I do probably need to rewatch it. I don't think I was in the right headspace the first time I watched it, and I was expecting something totally different. But let me know if you're excited for Punch Drunk Love on 4K in the comment section below. Again, that is a rumor. It's not official yet. Could happen, could not happen. That's kind of the nature of the rumors, but I thought I would discuss it here today. We also have The Mandalorian and the Marvel TV shows. We talked about this last week, but we have more information on the pre-order price points and where they're going to be able to be pre-ordered from and what editions that we're going to have at this point in time. So The Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2 are both currently available to pre-order on 4K on the Best Buy website for $49.99. So I knew it was going to be a pretty steep price point when I saw the pre-order 4K Steelbook for $41. I was like, I know that the Marvel TV shows are at least going to be $50. So I'd say that I was expecting this, and to be honest, I'm kind of pleasantly surprised, because I was kind of fearful that these would be $59.99. To pre-order. So glad that it's at least just, again, it's still super expensive and it should probably be like $40, but considering how they price their movies, this is probably a decent price. So the 4Ks are $49.99 and the Blu-rays are $45.99. So we are going to be getting Blu-ray Steelbooks and also 4K Steelbooks. I wasn't sure what was going to happen, what different editions they were going to come out with last week. I assumed they would have slipcover versions, and they still could. Like these are still a couple months off from coming out. But as of right now, you can pre-order Blu-ray Steelbooks or 4K Steelbooks, but these are not Best Buy exclusive. You can also pre-order these on Amazon and I think Walmart as well. But the price point on Amazon is a little bit more expensive. It's $54.99 on Amazon for The Mandalorian Season 1 and 2 on 4K, where it's $49.99 on Best Buy. Now, I imagine that this is just the SRP, and Amazon will probably bring that price down a little bit when it gets closer to release date. But that's the Mandalorian TV show. We also have Loki Season 1 available to pre-order on 4K and Blu-ray on Best Buy as well. For the 4K, it is $49.99, same price as The Mandalorian, and the Blu-ray is $45.99 as well. Same with WandaVision, 4K, $49.99, and the Blu-ray is $45.99. Now, Loki is available for Blu-ray and 4K on Amazon, whereas The Mandalorian is not available for Blu-ray on Amazon yet. So confusing, guys. I'm trying to go through all the information. I'm sure it will be all available probably by the end of today or end of tomorrow. But Loki is on Blu-ray and 4K on Amazon, and for the Blu-ray, it's $49.99 for Loki, and for the 4K, it's $54.99 for Loki. But WandaVision is not currently available to pre-order on Amazon at all yet. So yeah, that's basically the price point for all of the Disney, Marvel, and Star Wars stuff. We knew it was going to be steep, guys. We knew it was going to be steep, and I can already hear it in the comments section. But to be honest, I think for Disney and this particular set of releases, I think it's probably the best case scenario that we could have hoped for. $50 for a season of television on Steelbook on 4K, $50 for that, I don't think is that bad. I was just hoping it wouldn't be 60 or 70 or something ridiculous like that. But let me know what you think about it in that comment section below. Let's get into the actual news and announcements, the stuff that has been announced, and we will start with Trading Places coming to 4K, the 40th anniversary 4K release coming out from Paramount on November the 7th. This is going to have HDR10 and Dolby Vision, and it's going to be a native 4K restoration. And you're going to have a 4K and a Blu-ray in this release, because sometimes with Paramount, we'll get into it with the next title we'll talk about, they'll sometimes just do the 4K and they're leaving out the Blu-ray. We're seeing that more and more. This release has the 4K and the Blu-ray. I have no idea how they decide that, but that's what they decided on this release. But yeah, Trading Places, it's a great comedy from the 80s. It's one of the very early Eddie Murphy comedic roles. He did it the year after 48 Hours, which was kind of his coming out party in the world of comedy and movies was 48 Hours, and then he did Trading Places, Beverly Hills Cop. So Trading Places is a great movie. Jamie Lee Curtis, Dan Aykroyd, great cast, and I think this movie's going to look fantastic in 4K, and I cannot wait to see it. And this looks like I really like the slipcover design on this as well. I think it's really cool. I know some people aren't down for the different slipcovers and stuff that Paramount's doing, but I honestly haven't really had too big of a problem with any of them. I think they're all pretty cool, and this one's definitely a good one to me. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for Trading Places in that comment section below. Now let's get to the big one for me, because I absolutely love this movie. Scrooged is coming to 4K officially, the 35th anniversary edition from Paramount on November the 7th as well. You're going to have HDR10 and Dolby Vision, and it's going to be a native 4K restoration. And this one actually it's showcasing different artwork on the slip as opposed to the actual 4K case, where Trading Places is not. Maybe that's the same kind of deal there, but they're not showing that. Here we're getting the full slip cover artwork image and then the different artwork on the actual slip case. And with this one also, like I was just talking about, only has a 4K, not a Blu-ray. So that does lead me to wonder if they're going to port over all the Blu-ray features onto the 4K. I mean, how many features does Scrooged have on Blu-ray? I own the Blu-ray and I watch it every single Christmas Eve, but I can't say that I've dove into the special features. I'm pretty sure there's an audio commentary on there, but I'm just super excited to see this movie in 4K. It's a Richard Donner film. I think it's going to look fantastic. It just has that kind of Burton-y aesthetic to it. It came out around the same time as the Tim Burton was getting fired up. And it's just a great movie. I think Danny Elfman does the score. I think why it has that Tim Burton feel to it. But I love Scrooge. It's my favorite adaptation of A Christmas Carol. Some people might not agree, but I love this movie. I've been watching it since I was a kid. It's a Christmas Eve tradition, that and Christmas Vacation. I watch on Christmas Eve every year, and I'm going to enjoy watching both Christmas Vacation and Scrooged in 4K this Christmas Eve. So I cannot wait for this one. This is definitely one of my most anticipated releases for the remainder of 2023. Let me know if you're excited for Scrooged in that comment section below. We also got the Meg 2 coming out, guys, from Warner Brothers on 4K and Blu-ray, but that's coming out on October the 24th, and you're going to be getting 2 new special features in this release, including a making of documentary of the Meg 2. So that's cool that Warner Brothers is actually including special features on the Meg 2, where they're taking the special features out of all their classic films that they're restoring. So at least Warner Brothers cares about their newer films, right? But yeah, the Meg 2, I heard okay things about this movie. I'll likely probably end up getting this later on in a sale, but let me know if you're excited for the Meg 2 on 4K and Blu-ray and which one you're getting in that comment section below. There's also a 4K Best Buy exclusive steelbook of the Meg 2 as well, which I talked about a few weeks ago on the Physical Media Report, so you can pre-order that one as well. And this one, guys, I'm so excited for this, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I love this movie. It's my favorite Godzilla movie. Again, you're going to think I'm crazy. Godzilla 1998 comes out on 4K Steelbook from Sony on October the 10th. So admittedly, I'm just not the biggest Godzilla fan. Like, I've seen a couple of the older Godzillas, but they're very cheesy to me. And I just don't love them. So when this movie came out, it was more in line with like a Jurassic Park because it was trying to rip off aspects of Jurassic Park. So I just enjoyed it that much more. And yeah, I love Godzilla 1998. I love the 2014 one as well. But 1998, super nostalgic for me. I never picked up the 4K. I missed out on it and I wanted it with the slipcover and I can never find it with the slipcover. And so this is perfect timing. Sony coming in with the 4K Steelbook re-release, and now I can pick up Godzilla on 4K with this re-release. This comes out on October the 10th. Now, I was looking, usually with the Sony re-releases, they will add in Dolby Vision to give you a little bit of an upgrade. I am not seeing Dolby Vision being added to this when I'm looking at the specs on Bluray.com. So I do not think that this is going to have Dolby Vision. It's just going to have the HDR10. So I don't think this is going to be any different than the actual 4K that we have right now of Godzilla 1998. So if you already have it on 4K, you may not need this one. But since I don't have it, I'm definitely going to dip on that one for sure. We also got the Walking Dead Complete Collection series on Blu-ray. I think there's 10 seasons in The Walking Dead, so all 10 seasons in one collection set. This is coming out from Lionsgate on October the 17th. It's going to be available for a $150 pre-order. Right now, you can pre-order this for $150. There is 10 seasons, 54 discs. So yeah, if you wanted all the Walking Dead seasons, because the show ended, what, like a couple of years ago or something? I was out of The Walking Dead, I think season 7. I dipped out of The Walking Dead. But I used to be a huge fan. I may get this series like somewhere down the line. I feel like on a Black Friday, it might go down to like 70, 80 bucks. I'll wait till then, but $150 isn't too bad. I mean, 10 seasons, there's so many hours of content. Like, if I remember correctly, the Walking Dead seasons were like, I don't know, 20 episodes a season or something. They were all like an hour long, something ridiculous like that. That's one of the reasons I quit watching. It just got too long and drawn out. But yeah, definitely cool if you're a Walking Dead fan. And I really like the artwork on this as well. I think it's super cool artwork. So let me know if you're excited for The Walking Dead, the Complete Collection series. I will have it linked down below. Everything that I talk about on the Physical Media Report, guys, I will have linked down below, if it's available to pre-order, that is. So you can pre-order it either from Best Buy or Amazon or wherever it's available. I will have that link down below in the description. We also got the Wicker Man 4K Steelbook. I'm really excited for this one. Being announced by Lionsgate, coming out on October the 17th. This is going to be the final cut restored in glorious 4K. And since it says that it has the final cut on it, I'm assuming that's the only cut that it's going to have. Now, will it have the other cuts? I'm not exactly sure. They haven't really revealed like what special features this is going to have and what it's not going to have. I have this movie on Blu-ray, just a standard Blu-ray, and I'm pretty sure that has a few special features, so I'm sure that they're going to port those over. Are they going to have the same special features that the Studio Canal big box set version and Steelbook version is going to have that's running like 80, 100 bucks, or the one from Imprint? I doubt it. I doubt they're going to have all those extra special features. This is probably just going to be the standard special features, maybe just the one cut, but I'm honestly good with that. The final cut's the best cut of this movie anyway, and I absolutely love this movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I did not pre-order the Imprint one or get the Imprint one. I didn't pre-order the Studio Canal one. I didn't get any of that stuff because it's just too ridiculously priced. $80, $100 for one release. I just couldn't justify it. So the fact that Lionsgate is putting this movie out on 4K, the final cuts, nice Steelbook, $21.99. That is a perfect price point for me. So I'm super excited for this movie coming out on 4K. Steelbook from Lionsgate, October the 17th. I will definitely be there to get this one for sure. Another one that a lot of people were really excited about, guys, and I cannot say I have personal nostalgia for this franchise or these group of characters, but the Muppets Take Manhattan is coming to 4K, guys, from Sony on October the 24th, and this is going to have Dolby Vision, HDR10, you're going to have Dolby Atmos in this release as well, and it's going to have director Frank Oz approved restoration and a new director commentary with director Frank Oz as well, so you're going to have a new commentary in this also, so very cool. Like, Sony's just doing some really cool stuff this year for sure. You know, Matilda's getting ready to come out, 4K Steelbook of that. You know, So I Married an Axe Murder. They're just bringing these movies you wouldn't think they would do, or you wouldn't think anybody would do in 4K, and Sony seems to be kind of picking up the ball and taking it. So I think this is really cool. I would love them to do all the Muppets movies in 4K. I'm just not as familiar with the Muppets movies. I remember watching the show a little bit. I feel like I have more familiarity with the Muppet Babies. I feel like I watched that more when I was a kid. So I'm not like a huge, massive Muppet fan or anything, but I really haven't seen a lot of the movies. I've seen the Christmas Carol one, and I think I've seen Treasure Island, but there's some other like big Muppets movies that I haven't seen yet. So I'm just picturing all the different colored puppets and how amazing that's going to look, because it's all practical, it's all real, how amazing that's going to look in 4K. I think it's going to look awesome. So I'm excited for the Muppets Take Manhattan on 4K. Let me know if you are in that comment section below. We also have Opera on 4K coming from Severin Films at some point. There's no official release date, but this is Dario Argento's Opera. Now, there was a German 4K release that came out a couple of months ago, but I don't usually buy the German releases because they don't have English subtitles usually, and I don't speak and understand German, so I'm happy to have an American version, domestic version of Opera coming at some point, and I will definitely get this one because I'm a big fan of Dario Argento. I usually like or love all of the films of his that I've seen, and Opera is definitely a really cool one of his. So I'm definitely, and I don't own this movie on any form of physical media. I think I'll watch it on streaming when I watch it for the first time. So Opera on 4K, certainly excited for that coming out from Severin. Just hope that they don't release this in a weekend and only give you 2 days to get it like they did Four Flies from Grey Velvet and then pull it away because it's Argento. But hopefully this is a wide release. I can pre-order it, and I don't usually pre-order for Severin, so I'm sure this is going to be like 70, 80 bucks coming out from them because that's usually what they price it. But hopefully it's a nice box set for sure. Opera on 4K coming out from Severin. No official release date yet, but it's coming at some point. We also got a Hannibal 4K Steelbook coming out from the Universal UK. Looks like a nice Steelbook box set with posters, booklets, and lobby cards and all that stuff that's coming out on October the 25th. We also got Westworld, the complete series, season 1 through 4, coming out from Warner Brothers on October the 10th. Now, I believe this is just a Blu-ray set. I don't think they have a 4K set, even though I think that the first 3 seasons had 4K. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, good that they're doing the complete series, even though this isn't actually the complete series because there was a planned 5th season and then HBO and Warner Brothers canceled that and then just pulled Westworld off the streaming service, which is just super strange to me. Why would they would do that? That was like one of their original shows. It just goes to show you guys, buy physical media because you don't know when this stuff's going to be ripped from streaming services. As popular as Game of Thrones is, there may be a time 10 years from now where it's not, and they're like, we're just going to take this off the streaming service because nobody's watching it. So you got to buy this stuff because HBO and all these streaming services, they just do what they want. So Westworld, the complete series, here's your opportunity to own it. The 4 seasons on October the 10th. We also got Twilight 15th Anniversary Blu-ray box set. I think that this has all the Twilight films in it, coming out from Lionsgate on October the 17th. Now, I will say, after I saw this announcement, I did see that the 4K Steelbook set could be coming in the Bluray.com forum. Somebody actually sent me a link to that. So they're saying that the 4K Steelbook set could also be coming at some point close to the time that this actually releases. It just hasn't been announced yet. So I would definitely be on the lookout for that because this is just Blu-ray, and all the Twilight films, I believe, already have 4Ks done. But yeah, this is just a regular Blu-ray set, but a 4K Steelbook set, I'm sure maybe in the Hunger Games style packaging, all boxed in a little set, could be happening before the end of the year. So definitely look out for that. But this Blu-ray box set, 15th anniversary of Twilight, comes out on October the 17th. We also have Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story Blu-ray Steelbook, coming out as a Mill Creek Walmart exclusive on October the 24th. So yeah, this is a hilarious comedy. I think this came out in 2007. I love this movie, and this Steelbook looks awesome. I'll absolutely be picking this one up when it comes out. We also got the Arrow video announcements. Now, I did a whole video on this, I think, last Friday night when all of these came out. So definitely check that out if you want more details, but I'll briefly go over everything again right now. We have Tremors 2 coming out on 4K, which I'm super excited about, November the 28th. You're also going to have an Arrow exclusive on the Arrow exclusive website, the orange packaging, which the green packaging is the regular edition, and the orange is the Arrow exclusive, so it can match your original Tremors. And you're also going to be able to pick this up with a Blu-ray box set as well. Barbarella on 4K, guys, coming out November the 28th. And you're also going to have an Arrow exclusive of that. And you're going to have a Blu-ray set of that. So 3 different editions of both the Tremors 2 and Barbarella. And one thing that I'm going to note, guys, I think I said in my Arrow video that all of these were available in the UK and the US. Barbarella is actually only available for the US and Canada, so UK is not getting Barbarella. You guys are going to have to import it. And lastly, we have Inside the Mind of Joe Coffin Blu-ray 11 film box set. This thing looks incredible. This comes out November the 28th, and it's available for pre-order right now, guys, for $139.99. Hopefully that price goes down just a little bit. But even so, this is 11 films. This box set looks incredible. I'm just so impressed by Arrow Video in 2023. They've been absolutely killing it. So let me know if you're excited for any of these Arrow Video November announcements in the comment section below. We also have Weird, the Al Yankovic story, coming out on 4K from Shout Studios on December the 12th. And you're also going to have a Blu-ray option to pick this one up as well. So this is kind of weird that they're announcing Weird separately to come out in December, considering Shout hasn't even done their November announcements yet. I thought they would have done them today, and maybe they'll do them a little bit later today after I put the physical media report up. But they announced this coming out in December, and they haven't done their November announcements, Screen Factory, Shout Factory announcements. So kind of weird they would just come out and announce Weird, but maybe that's why, because it's a weird thing to do. And it's weird that they're announcing. Does that make sense, guys? But I already have the Umbrella edition of this one on 4K, so I'm not gonna need this. But if you wanted it in the States and you didn't want to have to import from Australia, this will be a good option for you. We also had the individual 4Ks of Volume 2 Universal Monster films, and those are gonna be available on October the 3rd. The Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Phantom of the Opera, and The Creature from the Black Lagoon are all available as standalone 4Ks. Now, it's not showing that they have slipcovers in the images, but I imagine that these are probably gonna have slipcovers because I think the ones that came out last year, Dracula, Frankenstein, all those, all had slipcovers as well. So I'm pretty sure these are probably gonna have universal slips when they come out, but definitely a good option if you didn't want all the monster films in that Volume 2 set. Now you can grab the couple that you wanted individually. We got the Scream 4K box set has been revealed, the contents inside. I know some people were a little confused as what was going to be inside it, but basically this is coming out from Paramount on October the 3rd, same day as Scream 3 on 4K. You're going to have all three of the original Scream movies on 4K, with which what appears to all have slips. We have the image right there. It looks like all of these 4Ks have slips on them inside the box set. And you're going to have the two Scream documentaries that was in that 3-pack, that 3-film pack that came out a few years ago of the first 3 Scream films. So a lot of people were saying that it sucked that they were missing out on that for the 4Ks when they came out. Now you're going to get it in this box set. So if you don't have those documentaries, if you didn't pick up that 3-pack of the movies that came out a few years ago, you might want to get this set to kind of get all the 4Ks and the 2 documentaries on a separate Blu-ray disc and a separate Blu-ray case. So definitely cool that they're including that in this box set as well. We got Fog City coming out with a 4K Steelbook. This is from the makers of Killer Goats, which I did not get that movie on 4K. I heard awful things about it. But this is actually pretty cool. There's a Kickstarter campaign with Anno Productions. Is that how you pronounce it? In order to get this Steelbook out there. So they need people to sign up for this Kickstarter, to pre-order this thing in order for this to be produced. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it. The concept design does look cool, but I'm not sure how I feel about the whole you have to pre-order the Steelbook in order for us to make the Steelbook kind of deal. It kind of just feels a little bit shady. But sure, if you want to donate to this, it has artwork by Mexi Funk, who I love. Mexi Funk, he does great work. He's on Instagram, but he's done so many great art pieces for different physical media releases. He did Creep Show on 4K, which is absolutely amazing. So it's great artwork, but again, it's not, they need your money to make it. So I don't know how to feel about that, but if you want to donate, I'll try to leave the link down below in the description. We also got Gran Turismo coming out on 4K and Blu-ray from Sony. It's available to pre-order right now, even though the movie just came out in the theater. So if you want to pre-order it, you can. Black Phone and Cocaine Bear 4Ks, those pre-orders are up from Universal. Those coming out September the 19th as well. So if you want to double dip, or maybe it's the first time, but the 4Ks are out, available to pre-order, you can get them, but both of them look like they still don't have slipcovers, so I don't know what the deal is with that. Columbo, the special features on the new Columbo from Kino Lorber have been canceled due to some kind of controversy with what was said on the commentaries themselves, so I don't know what's going on there, but all the special features and additional commentaries that were planned for the Columbo box set of all 7 seasons, I think, have been canceled. So that's not going to have any special features or any new special features. It might have all the archival stuff. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there, but I just wanted to let you guys know that those features are canceled, and that sucks for sure. We also got 3 new, Walmart has just been absolutely destroying this year with steelbooks. We got 3 new Walmart steelbooks that were just announced this morning from Cinedigm. We got RoboDoc, which is getting ready to come out. So a documentary on RoboCop. Then we got Jeepers Creepers Reborn, which the steelbook looks amazing, but I've heard the movie's absolutely shit. So if you're into buying awesome steelbooks for shit movies, maybe you want Jeepers Creepers Reborn, the Blu-ray steelbook. And we got the Terrifier 2 4K steelbook coming out as well, which the artwork on that looks awesome also. But again, I have Terrifier 2 on Blu-ray. I don't need another version of that movie. But yeah, that's all the announcements, guys. God, I'm exhausted just doing the announcements. We got so much more to get into. Let's go ahead and talk about the deals. This is the last week of the Barnes & Noble Arrow video sale. So if you want to get your Arrow titles for 50% off on Amazon or Barnes & Noble, definitely do it this week. That ends on August the 31st. We also got a Vinegar Syndrome sale coming this September the 1st and all through Labor Day weekend. So definitely prepare for that, because Vinegar Syndrome said a lot of their stuff's going to be 50% off. Partner labels, regular Vinegar Syndrome stuff this Labor Day weekend. So prepare your wallets. And also, of course, on September the 1st, we're going to get the new September Vinegar Syndrome announcements. And I'm fingers crossed that we're going to get some cool stuff with this announcement slate. The Last of Us is on 4K for $30.79. So that's down like $10 from when it came out originally. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 on 4K is $24.99, so down $5 from where it was at. And Guardians of the Galaxy 3 on Blu-ray is $19.99, down $5 from where it was at just a few weeks ago, guys. That's all you have to do is just wait a couple of weeks and these go down like $5-6. It happens every time. Batman Returns on 4K is $9.99. That movie looks great on 4K too. Highly recommend it. Justice League Dark, which is a DC animated film, on 4K for $8.99. Da Vinci Code on 4K for $13.49. I didn't even know that had a 4K. The Star Trek 1 through 4 4K collection, not 1 through 6, but 1 through 4 4K collection, is $29.67, which is an incredible deal if you want to just get the first 4 on 4K, maybe pick 5 and 6 up later. If you don't care about everything matching up on your shelves and you can mix and match, like that's a great deal for 4 movies on 4K. Asteroid City on Blu-ray is $16.99, so that's down like $5 from when it came out just a couple of weeks ago. Maltese Falcon is on 4K for $18.99. Super Mario's on Blu-ray for $17.99. Captain America Winter Soldier's on 4K for $13.98. Death Proof is on Blu-ray for $6.99. Don't Worry Darling on 4K for $14.40. Green Book is on 4K for $10.99, and Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is on 4K for $18.99. So definitely some great deals going on in the world of physical media. Again, I will have all of those linked down below in the description. So definitely check out those links. They're Amazon affiliate links, and if you use them, you will be supporting me and the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this massive onslaught of new physical media releases we are getting this week on August the 29th. Jeez Louise, there is so much coming out this week. It is absolutely insane. We've got Vinegar Syndrome July releases that are now available on Amazon to order, because when the Vinegar Syndrome puts their stuff out, it's usually exclusive to their website the first month. Just trying to explain how this works. And then the next month, they're available to pre-order on Amazon. They're not usually on Amazon when they first come out. But this week you can get Delirium for $23.98. You can get Gorgon 4K for $26.99. You get Terror at 10 Killer on 4K for $26.99. And Psycho Girls on Blu-ray for $23.98. We also had The Flash coming out from Warner Brothers on 4K for $29.96. On Blu-ray for $24.96. A Walmart 4K for $34.96. And a Best Buy 4K Steelbook for $36.99. And a Target Blu-ray edition as well for $26.99. So that's 5 different exclusive editions for The Flash. We got Bride of Chucky on 4K this week from Scream Factory for $28.99. We got Seed of Chucky on 4K from Scream Factory for $27.99, which I have all these Chucky titles. I've unboxed them a couple of weeks ago. Curse of Chucky on 4K from Scream Factory for $27.99. And Cult of Chucky on 4K from Scream Factory for $27.99 as well. Now you can get on the Scream Factory website and still pre-order all these with the additional slipcovers and the posters and all that stuff for $149.99. We also have 3 Days of the Condor on 4K from Kino Lorber for $25.99 for the 4K, and also a Blu-ray, additional Blu-ray set for $17.99. We also got Staying Alive coming out on 4K this week from Kino Lorber for $25.99. Also a Blu-ray edition for $17.99 as well. We have The Sensual World of Black Emmanuel 24 movie box set. Jesus, 24. That's a big box of porn right there. 24 movie box set from Severin for $289.99. Jesus Louises. That's a lot of money for one set. But again, 24 porns. You can't beat it, guys. Infinity Pool 4K Steelbook from Decal is $23.99. Now, I did post this on my Instagram stories last night. This is not available on Amazon. You can get it on deep discount and you can get it on Bull Moose right now for $23.99. I think Bull Moose is actually $21.99. So if you want to pre-order Infinity Pool in 4K, definitely check out one of those two sites. It is not available on Amazon. Battlestar Galactica from 1978 is on 4K from Universal for $20.99. There's also a Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook for $27.99. We also have Elizabeth and Promising Young Woman coming out on 4K this week. They were delayed from last week for some reason, but they're coming out this week from Universal for $24.99. We also have Hustle and Flow coming out on 4K from Paramount Presents for $26.98. So definitely a good price point on that. Usually they're $35. We also have No Hard Feelings coming out on Blu-ray, the new Jennifer Lawrence comedy from Sony for $22.96. We also have New Fist of Fury coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video for $19.99. We have Taxi Hunter coming out on Blu-ray from 88 Films for $22.99. We have City of the Living Dead coming out on 4K from Cauldron Films for $54.99. I hope that price drops because that is way too expensive. We got 6 new Warner Archive titles coming out this week, guys. We got The Life of Amelia Zola for $19.99. We have Wichita coming out for $19.99. Little Women, the original one from the 30s for $19.99. Gay Paris for $19.99. We have Father's Little Dividend for $19.99, and we have Spin Out for $19.99 as well. We have The Flash 9th and final season on Blu-ray from Warner Brothers for $24.99, and the complete series of The Flash for $149.99. We have Journey to the Center of the Earth from Severin for $18.98. We have 2 new Kino Lorber releases coming out in addition to the other 4Ks they're putting out. Malone coming out for $17.99, and Sex, Power, and Money, films by Beth B, coming out for $24.49. We have El Gangster coming out from BSI for $14.99. We have Frankenstein 80 coming out from Cauldron Films for $19.99. We have The Last House on the Left coming out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video for $19.99. The 4K has been delayed a couple more weeks, I think until September the 12th. But the Blu-ray is coming out this week. Music and Romance 6-movie collection coming out from Mill Creek for $21.98. We have Black Magic Rights coming out from Indicator and Powerhouse for $24.99. And we have 6 new MGM releases coming out this week, guys, including The Wild Party coming out for $17.99. Mystery Date coming out for $17.99. Crime and Punishment and Suburbia coming out for $22.49. We have Play Dirty coming out for $17.99. Crime and Punishment coming out for $17.99. And Nobody's Fool coming out for $17.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report. Please, in that comment section below, let me know of everything that we discussed this week. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for? And what gets your juices flowing the most? Let me know in that comment section below. I hope you feel more informed of the world of physical media. Like, subscribe, turn on the bell notifications, and follow me on all my social media accounts. Those links are down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.